Hey, what the fuck is up, y'all? It's Crazy McCormick here up on Juggalo a Day. And I know that we've been doing a lot of positive notes when it concerns our topics of the week and everything. But something ended up coming to light last week that I felt that we as a community ought to talk about. And one of the things that it is, and it might sound hypocritical in a way because of the differences between what I do on this channel and what I do on my main channel, and some of the things that some of the other members do on their channels usually tend to be somewhat contradicting. And what I'm talking about really is the whole thing with the togetherness or the separation of the Juggalo community. And I don't really want to say the whole family thing because personally I don't really believe in that we are all together as one family. I have always had the belief that you are considered family to me if you in one way, shape, or form really have put somewhat of an effect on my life. You know, some of my closest Juggalo homies are my family. All y'all motherfuckers that I don't normally talk to on a daily basis, it's kind of acquaintanceship. You know, I still got love for Juggalos in the Juggalo community, but there seems to be a lot of these people that tend to fuck it up for the rest of us. And, you know, I guess for lack of a better term, I guess this is a very Crazy McCormick channel kind of thing, but, you know, it gets to a point where there's so many of these Juggalos that are in the fold that either fuck it up for the rest of us or just tend to piss a lot of us off to a point where we get butthurt and end up having to run to our safe spaces. Now, what I'm talking about is, on Facebook, on YouTube, our fellow homie here on Juggalo a Day, Nightmare Juggalo, ended up announcing on his main channel that he was going to take a step back and he was going to go on hiatus for a couple weeks. And the reason being is because he's tired of the bullshit, a lot of the fucking drama that ends up going on YouTube. Now, some of us here on the Juggalo community tend to have a thicker skin and can go past it, but even sometimes it gets to a point where you just have to step back and say, fuck it, no, I'm not going to deal with this. You know, I had been privy to it as well. Mr. McInhose has done it, as far as I believe, and you know, now Nightmare has done that, as well as Miss Juggalette. You know, I guess in a way, with Miss Juggalette and myself, it's really more along the lines of we got bigger fish to fry, we got better shit to do, and we took a step back. Like, I can't really speak for her. You'll have to listen to her on Friday when it concerns this topic. You'll have to listen to Nightmare Juggalo because he will continue to do his Juggalo a Day submissions like normal. It's just mainly his main channel that he wants to take a hiatus from. But as you know, I can't speak for everybody, but I can definitely say when it concerns myself that, you know, at some point or another there was a lot of shit that ended up going on in the YouTube Juggalo community that I just needed to take a step back from and collect. And it actually took me a couple years to actually get back on the ball in order to do that. And then, you know, obviously, as you have seen, I have been submitting videos on my channel more often. I myself, along with Miss Juggalette and Jers, restarted and rekindled Juggalo a Day, and with the same mindset as what we wanted, with this channel, what they and Hobo wanted to do with the original channel, and that was to try to get Juggalos interacting and to actually try to get Juggalos talking and being the family of old, the way that things were back in the day. And obviously this topic is basically about how, you know, there's a lot of Juggalos out there in the community that are kind of negative when it concerns shit. There are juggalos that are out there that tend to fuck it up for the rest of us, and I just felt that we as a group for Juggalo a Day should probably put our fingers on that pulse and talk about what it is that we think when it concerns this type of shit. Now, usually, since I'm the Monday guy, I'm the one who has to come up with the topics, and this is the one that I'm talking about. I haven't, as of right now, from the time that I'm recording this, I have not talked to anybody on Juggalo a Day about the topic, so this is pretty much kind of a surprise to everybody, and this is a very much on the fly kind of thing. But I wanted to talk about this because it seems like it's not just Nightmare Juggalo. It's also, let's see, one of our homies that is, a big supporter of, not us, but Carnival Spirits, Ashes Carter. He ended up saying that he was going to take a step back too. And, it's really saddening in a way to actually see this kind of shit going down. But I guess for some of us in this community, it's basically, I hate to say this, but because I think this phrase is played out, but it is what it is. As YouTube and social media alike have grown, there have been a lot of changes, and there's been a lot of juggalos that have come into the fold, juggalos that we knew nothing about, and juggalos that are a little bit different mindseted than some of us OGs that are out there. And like that was like on my original channel, I kind of portray an overbearing character where it's pretty much, I can't stand these fucking people. Now, I can't stand these type of people in real life, but the Crazy McCormick character that's on my channel, I tend to take how I feel about this and I crank it up to 11. But the reality is it's really saddening where it gets to a point where all these juggalos that are on there that are focused on drama and trying to stir up controversy and a lot of other things just for the sake of trying to get views, as if that really matters. There's some juggalos that are on there that believe some of the dumb shit, like the Juggalo 13 Commandments. There are juggalos that are out there that actually believe that's a thing. There are juggalos that are out there that actually believe that you got to do something to get sworn in. Then they go up on YouTube or they go up on social media and they try to project that to be the reality, and it's not. And it's because of people like that actually cause other juggalos and juggalettes to just say fuck it and leave. And it's very saddening to see that kind of a situation. And it's really sad to see that there are people that it's saddening to see it in both ways. But I guess everybody tends to say that everybody has a different way of reacting to it. And usually on my channel, my initial reaction is to take the situation and mock the fuck out of it. And the reason mainly is because I think the whole way that people are doing things is fucking stupid. And I'm honestly trying to be as positive about this as I fucking can. But when you see juggalos that on social media, juggalos that on YouTube and whatnot, and they see this shit and then they decide that, well, I guess it's time for me to fucking hit the dusty trail or to do something to that effect. It really takes away from a lot of us to, because we enjoy these people's company. Whenever anytime that I was on Carnival Spirits, doing the every Saturday afternoon episodes, and I would see Ashes Carter, and I thought that was really cool to see this dude because, this dude gets it, and as well as everybody else that would be on there, everybody that would be on there from Carnival Spirits themselves, and everybody that would be affiliated with it, like friends that would be popping up on there, Juggalo homies that, really don't do much anymore on video, and, but still like comment and whatnot, that to me, I think that's fresh as fuck, because that's one of those things where we can interact and be together and shit, and it's basically like our own digital online fucking mini gathering every Saturday afternoon, and we get to be a part of that. And the same thing when it concerns watching the videos from a lot of these juggalos. There are juggalos that I'm subscribed to that I want to see content coming from, but it's because of these people that really tend to take negativity to the max, go full board with it, and it upsets people to a point where they just take a step back. They go on hiatus and they're fucking gone. I've been there myself, where shit just got too much and I had to take a step back because it was starting to affect my personal life, or it was starting to affect the way that I did my videos. I would say in the negative way. I mean, it's more positive than negative, because the way that people act on my channel personally, like, it's actually affected my channel in a positive way, but it affected my personal life in a negative way. You know what I mean? And, I myself had to take a point where I had to step back and reflect, and I was gone for like 2 fucking years. I wasn't on YouTube for a very long time. And, this is one of those things that I really think that we as a Juggalo community should probably try to focus on and try to get rid of the negativity in our own way that we possibly can. Whether it be by trying to reach out to a motherfucker and try to talk them down, if that's the way that it is. Try to find these people and educate themselves in one way, educate them in one way, shape, or form. Like, I have my own way of doing it. Like, I basically have, on my channel, I necessarily just point out the stupid, and I'm like, no, this is how it is. Anybody that watches my roast videos or my rant videos on my normal channel, those are the ones that, people fucking get that. The true fucking fam actually fucking gets that. True juggalos fucking get what I'm doing on my channel. And I just wanted to touch base on that, and just wanted to see what everybody on Juggalo A Day thought, and have them submit what they have to say concerning that shit. And if you guys who watch this shit want to chime in your 2 cents, go ahead and send, make your video, send me the link to, whatever it is that you have to say. Send the link to, our Twitter account, send it to our Facebook account, so that way it can be heard, and we'll also add it to the RE playlist. Until then, I'm Crazy McCormick, and I'm out this motherfucker, so I'll see y'all on the flip-flop. I'm out in 9,000. That's right, I overachieve.